and welcome to Janette's I'm Every Woman TV. I'm your host, Janette Burke. We are live on location at the Toronto Motorcycle Show, and I'm now going to be speaking with
Teresa Ramsay-Parry from PeakPowersports Indian Motorcycle.
So welcome to my show.
Thank you.
Now, today's theme is all about she rides, which is all about women and motorcycles and getting started, having the freedom, having the joy to choose. But I still think that maybe even though women are buying motorcycles more than ever, the numbers are up, there's still a segment that's just a little afraid to take that first step.
Absolutely.
And I would love for you to share your story or journey with us as to how you got into riding motorcycles. Maybe you can help mentor somebody who's like sitting on the fence.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So when I got into motorcycle riding, there really wasn't a lot of women in the riding industry or the dealerships that I went into. So it was a little bit intimidating for sure. So I took the course, and then subsequently I actually got a job as a general manager at PeakPowersports, which I think is opening up its arms to women riders and just women in general. So it is no longer a male-dominated thing. I believe that it's getting less intimidating and that more women are coming out now. So it's nice to see.
Well, you said you took a course. So what was that like?
It was really great. So there was a theoretical aspect to it. So you learn a lot of the rules of the road. So it gives you that confidence that you know where to put your motorcycle on the road and turning and what have you. And then you have a 2-day practical course. So you actually get to feel the motorcycle and how it responds in different situations. So you get a little bit of confidence behind it.
Now, when you started to ride, what was the number one thing that you sort of overcame?
So I thought that it was going to be a lot less complicated than it actually was, because you really have to think about what everybody else is doing. You have to think about the other cars on the road. You have to think about the road conditions, and you're much more exposed sitting on a motorcycle. So I think that was probably the number one fear initially. But it doesn't take very long for you to get your confidence for yourself. So it's
it kind of
nice.
just phases away.
It really does come with experience. Yeah.
And now we're just standing in front of this beautiful bike, and I love it. I think it's quite feminine looking.
It sure is.
What are some of the greatest features about this bike?
So I would say about this bike and the whole lineup of Indians overall is that they have a very low center of gravity. So any rider, shorter, taller, women, men, would fit on this bike and be able to control it really nicely, because despite the fact that it might be 750, 800 pounds, because it's so low, you have great control over it.
The way I travel, I don't think much of my luggage would fit in here, but we could always try to pop the Louis Vuitton bag,
Exactly.
weekend bag in here.
We could do that for you.
Yeah. All right, so if you're going to take a trip on a motorcycle across country, which is happening because we see clubs and groups for women traveling across country,
Absolutely.
traveling into the United States, what are some of the things you have to consider to prepare the bike to go on such a trip?
So really you just need to get the regular maintenance, the regular service. For instance, this bike right here, you would only service every 8,000 kilometers. Get your oil changed and get a multiple point inspection. And then you're really good to go. One of the intimidating factors about motorcycles is I think that people think that the maintenance is much more than it actually is. So you would get your regular service. You obviously need to make sure that you have some good luggage so that you can put all of your shoes in there, and also just making sure you have the right attire.
Shoes and makeup for me would probably knock this baby right over.
Well, we'll get you a nice trunk that goes on
But
it too.
if I was going to travel, realistically, is this just for the weekend, or could I pack this up for a week?
You can absolutely pack it up. We've got a lot of people that do a lot of touring on a bike like this. We also have other bikes that have beer boxes or trunks that go on the back, and then other saddlebag accessories that you can get to make it so that you have more space to put all of your things.
And when you do, I'm assuming you have been on one of these trips with the girls?
So I've been on a longer trip, yeah.
Okay. So when you guys hit the road, how do you ride? Do you ride like single file or?
No, so you're going to ride on a staggered formation with about 2 seconds in between you all, so that you can all see what everybody's doing in front of you. And it's a very organized way of riding, and it gives you an opportunity that if you do have to come to a full stop quickly, that everybody has preparation to do so with the person in front of them.
Okay, so now let's talk about the fun on the road when you go on these trips, right? Are they wild and crazy? Do you okay, how does it go? You just stop in different places?
Yeah.
You go for dinner?
Yeah.
You go in a
All the-
hotel
all
or
of
you
the
stay
normal
like
things.
you-
All of the normal
or is
things.
it a camping trip?
No, all of the same things that you do. I would need to glamp. I would not be down for the camping.
I would definitely need to go.
If I can't plug my hairdryer in, I'm not going. So,
Okay, well,
yeah.
And it sounds like a lot of fun. You must have a blast on these trips.
It's a very community-driven thing to take up. So it's not just about the long trips. It's just about hanging out on a weekend, going for a short ride, a long ride. We have a motorcycle riding group out of our PeakPowersports in Oakville and our Bury location. People just get together. It is a community feel, and they just hang out sometimes, and other times they go for a ride. So it's just a good way to make friends.
Sounds very nice. Okay, thank you so much. Now, please tell me how we can learn more about your company and where we can find dealers.
Absolutely. So we, as an Indian motorcycle dealer, Polaris dealer, we are Peak Powersports. I'm in Oakville. I'm the general manager there. We also have a Bury location, which is also run by a female.
Oh, yeah.
Which is wonderful. So we are at peakpowersports.ca. You can go on our website. We're also on Instagram, and we're on Facebook and all social media. And just come in and see us. We'd love to have you.
Thank you. And thank you for being with us today. This is Janette Burke signing off for Janette's I'm Every Woman TV at the Toronto Motorcycle Show. Please remember to like, comment, and share all our posts with all the gals in your life, be they needing inspiration, motivation, education, entertainment, enlightenment, whatever. We're here to make women rock, right?
Awesome.
Okay. And you can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Google+, Vimeo, YouTube. You name it, we're there. Hashtag Janette's I'm Every Woman TV. And until next time, continue to be fabulous.